Hello, everyone. Well, no one's on yet, so I'll just wait till some people jump on. Happy Wednesday. It's a beautiful day here on the Gold Coast, very shiny and sunny. Um, so, what have you done today? Still no one here. Anyways, just waiting. I went for a walk this morning along the beach with my husband and Hendrix, which was so nice. And then we came home and had breakfast and then took Hendrix to kindy. Today is a kindy day, so that is very exciting for me because I get to study and focus on my business and myself, which I love. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. So, when you jump on, I would love to know what you've been up to today. Halfway through the week, are you looking forward to anything this weekend? I don't even know what I'm doing this weekend. I think we don't really have any plans, which is so nice. I feel like, I was talking to a friend this week about this. Weekends are meant to be a calm down, relaxing time. And these days we just jam pack them with so many things. It's like, how many things can I fit into these 2 days? My life is not complete unless I've done A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so forth. But actually, this weekend, I don't think we really have anything on. So that will be good. Um, so I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait till like people get on, or if I should just keep talking about what I was gonna talk about. This is kind of like my first real one of these. All right, so I'll just keep talking. So the idea of doing this Facebook Live is I've just kind of been toying with the idea for a while now, simply because I am, and I use this word all the time, but I'm just so passionate about health and well-being and specifically nutrition and what food can do for us and our bodies. So, I'm always learning, I'm reading so many great articles, and I'm also studying to become a health coach at IIN, which I can't, say enough about. It's just an incredible program. So that is super exciting. Um, if you're even thinking about studying there, I'd love to chat. I'll tell you all about it because I won't go into it here because I can go on and on forever. Yeah, so I'm always like reading really cool articles and listening to amazing lectures, following some really great people now on Instagram and Facebook. Um, and I just thought, I'm learning all this great stuff, so maybe I should share it because maybe some of you want to learn it too. So I thought this might be a pretty cool platform to do that on. And like, I love my Instagram, but I think this just seems to be a little bit more kind of free and spur of the moment, obviously. So today, um, I am going to talk about two things. I was just going to talk about the Ayurvedic medicine and warming remedies, or warming foods for the winter. But yesterday I did a post about feeling unwell, kind of battling this cold, and I got so many nice messages. Thank you so much. But I also realized there's so many other people, like my friends, who are also battling the winter nasties as well. We've had a quite a sudden change in temperature here, so I thought maybe I will also share the natural remedies that I have been using to help myself get better. So it's been 2 days now, 3 days, and I feel so much better. Not 100%, obviously, but I'm much better now. So I'll just, before I get into everything, can you tell I was a teacher in past life? I've got all my things, all my props laid out. So anyways, so before I get started with all those natural remedies, I'll just, preface this by saying I am not a health professional. I have no health training or medical training. I'm just someone who's really interested in natural remedies, in alternative medicine, in nutrition, and I'm just going to share what works for me. Might not work for you. Maybe it will. I don't know. But maybe you're interested. So I'll just share some of the things I did and then some of the things I kind of avoided maybe while I was battling that cold. So the first thing I always reach for when I feel a cold coming on is vitamin C. This is actually the only vitamin supplement I take, so I prefer to get my vitamins and minerals, nutrients from whole foods and in my diet. More on that later. But I do take vitamin C every day. But when I feel cold coming on, I up that dose. So normally I'd take a teaspoon a day, but when I feel it coming on, I go maybe like 3, 4 teaspoons a day, and just to really boost my immune system. So vitamin C is water soluble; it won't get stored in your body or anything. So you can pretty much just take it, every few hours until your body says stop, and you'll know that your body says stop when you get the runs. Nice little inbuilt system there that your body comes up with. So basically, it's just the body's way of saying, "Okay, I got enough now. Thanks, no more." So and then into that, once or twice a day, I also mix in some liquid zinc and this echinacea tincture that I got made up at Flannery's. So both zinc and echinacea are have been proven to reduce the severity and the length of colds. So for me, it's like you just gotta take them. Um, Echinacea is amazing. One of my favorite. I guess it's technically a herb, like used from the flower. It's a North American flower that was traditionally used by the North American Indians or Native people. But it's got so many benefits, like reduces inflammation, it combats cancer, it obviously boosts immunity, it helps with skin conditions, like the list goes on. So really amazing. The other thing I did while I was sick was I upped the dose of my fruit and veggie capsules. So these are just whole foods. So again, like I said, I only take the vitamin C as one supplement of vitamins. Everything else I get from my diet and from whole food supplements like these. So it's 26 different fruits and veggies, which are cold pressed and popped into the vegan capsule, all living enzymes, and there's so much goodness in there. The other reason I double dose when I'm getting sick or battling something is because I'm really only relying on broths and soups to fuel my body. So I want to keep everything warm, which will lead into the next part of what I'm going to talk about. And so I'm not really getting heaps of vegetables or fruits for that matter. So I double up on that because I know those nutrients are really important for me when I'm fighting something, but I'm not eating them. So that way I double dose on that. I also double up on my probiotic because I want to get all of the obviously all the good things into my gut to combat all the baddies. So I take one of these every day, but when I'm sick, I double up on that. I also take them with my fruit and veggie capsules because fruits and veggies are prebiotics. So it's the food that the probiotic is going to feed off of. What else did I do? Like I mentioned, so I like to take a lot of broth and soups. So I didn't have any of my own broth made up this week or weekend when I got sick. So my husband picked up this for me. So this is from Meadow and Marrow bone broth. Oh, this stuff is delicious. They also make a concentrate, which you can just mix into a mug of water or into your soups or stews or your quinoa to get all the bone broth benefits. So really good for your gut health. It has heaps of amino acids in it. Helps to seal your gut lining, which is incredible. And then the other thing I take is olive leaf extract. So this one is spearmint flavor, which is supposed to taste nice. It doesn't. Tastes awful, but I know it's working and really boosting my immune system, so I had to take that 2 or 3 times a day as well. Yeah, but good. Let me think. And oh yeah, my essential oils. So I use On Guard like it's going out of style. And I also make up they call like a flu bomb. So the lady that I get my doTERRA from taught me all about this flu bomb. So in here we've got oil, oregano, lemon, tea tree, the On Guard. What else am I missing? I can't remember. So there's about 4 or 5 in there with a carrier oil. It's really strong. So I rubbed that on the bottom of my feet. I was putting it on my chest and I was diffusing beside my bed because I was in bed for like 2 days. A blend of the doTERRA, the peppermint, can you see those? No, you can't. And the lemon. So to clear my nasal passages, to disinfect the room, and to fight off all the baddies that were invading me. So let's see, is that all I did when I was sick? Oh, I also make up like a tea, which, probably your moms or grandmas did this when you were younger and you probably do it now too. With lemon. So I use the lemon oil though, instead of like pure lemon juice in my tea, because the lemon juice is really hard on the enamel of your teeth. So my very good friend, Dr. Nile, teaches me all about the health of my teeth and how lemon juice is so acidic and really not good for the enamel of your teeth. So I choose to use the essential oil because there isn't actually any acid in it, but you still get all the benefits of lemon juice. So I put that in my tea. I put in raw honey. I get this from the markets. I put in grated ginger, so this will be in the next segment as well, and a drop of on guard, so it's nice spiciness. And then I also do this once or twice a day, which is, some people think I'm crazy, but it works. Garlic. So I just crush up the garlic, raw garlic, and add it to this tea. And it adds like a real spiciness to it, and it settles to the bottom, so you kind of get it all at the end. Kind of gives you garlic burps, but garlic is an amazing natural antiviral, antibacterial, that I just always picture like going to work inside me and like fighting off all the nasty guys. So I love that one. Big fan of garlic. So I think that's all the things that I did while I was sick the last couple of days. Some things I didn't do. So what did I avoid? Well, obviously exercising. I really didn't do anything. I just laid in bed like a dead vegetable. It was awful. So resting was the biggest thing, and avoiding coffee. So I love coffee, my morning coffee. But when I'm sick, I try to avoid coffee simply because when I have coffee, the caffeine stimulates your adrenal glands, which is what's responsible for your fight or flight reaction in your body. And so if that's happening, like if that those hormones are being released in my body, then my body's busy doing that and not busy fighting off the infection or the germs or whatever it is. So I want to give my body the best chance to fight off the baddies. So I just stay away from caffeine. And I would have like a turmeric latte. Oh yeah, that's what else I have. So yeah, I would make up turmeric latte. So I get this all natural turmeric paste at the market. This stuff is incredible. I pretty much add it to everything. Hendrix and I love it in our scrambled eggs every day. So I make up a turmeric tea or latte with this, and then some of the other spices I'm going to talk about, and some of the raw honey, and yeah, that's really good. So I'd have that or bone broth in the morning instead of my coffee. All right, so the thing I was actually going to focus more on today was the Ayurvedic winter warmers. So, we've had a change of season here. It's getting a little bit cooler. I might just put this up so you can see my thing. Can you see that stuff from the roof? Oh, that's probably better. Should have done that first. So, as the winter kind of weather comes, it starts to slow down or cool down, sorry. Our bodies also slow down. So this is obviously nature. Amazing thing. So your digestion slows down, and which is why it's best to choose, if you can, cooked foods over raw foods. So, and if you think about it, like our immune system is really part of the digestive system. So if that is busy fighting off all the baddies and the invaders, then you don't want your digestive system to be having to, cook your food as well and use up energy for that. So, heavier warming foods are really important for this time of the year. So, I guess I should probably explain what Ayurveda is, or Ayurvedic medicine is. So it's an ancient Indian tradition or wisdom based on whole body medicine. So the word Ayurveda pretty much means science of life or life science. It's one of the oldest systems of medicine in the world. There's a number of different disciplines involved with it. So not just nutrition, but also yoga, meditation, acupuncture, acupressure, aromatherapy, massage, energy balancing. So really cool alternative things. It's funny though you say alternative, but really it's been around for like 3,000, 5,000 years, something like that. So maybe not so alternative. Anyways, it's based on prevention though, which I think is amazing. It's very different to Western medicine. So it's not reactive. It's based on teaching people how to live a healthy lifestyle so that they don't get the illness and you don't have to react to it. So in Ayurveda, there are different body types they talk about, and eating for your body type. And I should also say, like, I am not an expert in this. It's just something I've been learning about, which I think is really interesting. And so I thought I'll just share what I do know in case you want to learn about it too. So so the different body types, 3 different body types, and meant to eat for your body type and your blood type. and also according to the seasons, which makes sense because, like if you think about it, going into this cooler winter season, what do you see at the markets now? A lot of beautiful citrus fruits because our body needs that vitamin C at this time of year. So it's really, it's all working synergistically. It's amazing. So in Ayurveda, there's certain foods that help to warm the body up. So I guess, when you're growing up, your parents always say, put your coat on. And we lived in Canada, so hats and scarves and gloves and boots and like everything. So only your eyes were showing. But the idea behind Ayurveda is to also keep the body warm from the inside. So you want to eat things that are warming in themselves, and that are also easily digestible so that your body doesn't have to put energy into that when it could be using energy to fight off the other things. All right, so, and by the way, if you have any questions or comments, please pop them in the chat while I'm going. So, or if you know things that I don't mention, please do that as well, because then we can all learn from each other. So one of the first things of these winter warmers that talks about is healthy fats like butter or ghee or coconut oil. So those provide a really steady burn of energy for your body throughout the day. So you don't get that crash. I just realized I forgot to bring that one out. So these are all the things I had in my pantry or kitchen. Forgot that one. Anyways, carry on. So the next one is the raw honey I mentioned that I was having every day when I was sick as well. So it's an antiviral, antibacterial. It has a heating and drying effect in the body, which can clear up any mucus caused by the cold and flu. So that's really good. And the other thing I was doing was, sounds crazy, but delicious as well. A teaspoon of raw honey with a drop of the On Guard for a sore throat is amazing. And better really to have the raw honey not in a hot beverage because you're getting more of the natural properties. So I should remember that next time as well. And then ginger, so one of my favorites. So tasty, but so great for your immune system. It wards off infections as well. So like I said, I was having it in my lemon tea. Other ways you can use ginger is, it's like, heaps of times. I have it in my kitchen all the time. So into soups, with the root vegetables that we'll talk about, into your curries, into your slow cooked meals, into your porridge. So many different things that you can use ginger for. It's easy. I just grate it onto everything. A lot of Asian dishes. Actually, I made an Asian chicken and shiitake broth last night for dinner. And heaps of ginger in that. So great. Next thing we have is all of our warming spices. So I've got cinnamon, cardamom, and cumin here. So these warming spices can be used in so many different ways in your cooking. So they're very earthy. They are really good for digestion. Now cinnamon, especially cinnamon and ginger, are great for circulation as well. So in the winter, when it's a bit cooler, you might find your hands, your fingers and your toes get colder. Cinnamon and ginger help to boost your circulation, so it gets that blood to the ends of your body so far away. So it's really great. And so really great for your digestion, and it helps to reduce inflammation too. So we know that inflammation is the root cause of all disease. I'm just going to have a sip of my tea, which is using all these spices, might I say. So beautiful and warm. And then actually, this is probably my favorite spice of all time. If my sister's watching, she'll probably say the same thing. We use cumin so often. So, you can use it in Mexican cuisine, Asian cuisine, Thai, Malaysian. I just throw this in everything. I actually added cumin seeds to my homemade sauerkraut last week, which was incredible. I am a cuminaholic. That's a new word. Another warming food is root vegetables. So the only one I happen to have in my pantry today was sweet potato, but things like carrots and potatoes, pumpkin, beetroot, really great for keeping your body warm inside. Really rich in vitamins as well. They're bright colors, you'll notice. Carrots and sweet potatoes, pumpkin, beetroot, all very vibrant colors. They've got a lot of phytochemicals in them. A lot of antioxidants as well. Antioxidants are amazing for fighting off all the free radicals in our environment, and keeping our immune system, again, healthy and strong. And they reduce inflammation as well. Chilies. So this one is drying out. I get like a big bunch at the market, and then I just let them dry if I don't use them. And then I can just crumble them kind of into things. So chilies are obviously like the quintessential warming food because you can feel it as soon as it gets into your body. You're starting to warm up. It fires up your metabolism. It gets your thermogenesis going. So basically warms your body up from the inside out. So you can add chilies to again anything if you're a chili lover. Even just a little bit is really good. So soups and stews. And what else? Oh, the tea. So tea is a really great way of also getting those warming spices into you. So I just made up a cup of, do what you love, a cup of the honeycomb chai that I happen to have right now from T2. So it's got all those warming spices, as well as some other ones in there. Cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, I believe. So nice. What else am I missing? Oh, oats. So obviously here in Australia, like our days are beautiful and warm, but the mornings and the nights are cooler. So what I'm trying to do right now is start my day with something warm and heavier. So right now I'm using oats. So I get these ones from the Source Bulk Foods. And they have a special name. I forget what it is. The rolled oats is like unnatured or something. I forget. Anyways, I just make up a porridge with those. So like say a cup of oats, a cup of coconut water, a cup of coconut milk, and then I put it on the stovetop, stir it every now and then for maybe about 7 minutes till it gets to the consistency I like. Take out some for that morning and put the rest in the fridge to heat up the next morning. So that way I'm cooking once but eating twice. And then I just top it with heaps of superfoods, things like bee pollen and cacao nibs and seeds and nuts and fruit. I feel like that could be another live actually, superfoods. And also if you don't like oats or you can't eat oats, you can also make porridge with quinoa. So the same thing with coconut milk and coconut water. If you need a recipe, let me know. Or with chia seeds or with buckwheat, which is something new I've tried recently. So it's much not crunchier, but firmer and a nuttier flavor and texture. So yummy. And again, top it just like any porridge bowl or smoothie bowl. So that's really good. What else? Oh, tahini. So tahini is another very warming food. It's just pureed sesame seeds. So really good healthy fats, and good healthy fats are great for your body in the winter. In the old days, it was like fatten up for the winter. That was because they didn't know where their food was going to come from. They might run out, but also adds another little layer to keep you warm. So I think, one thing I forgot to mention with turmeric. So when I make up my turmeric tea, sorry, I need more of my chai tea. Delicious. The active property, or the thing in turmeric that helps to fight inflammation, is curcumin, and it actually needs black pepper and a fat to be able to be absorbed into your body. So I add like a grind of black pepper onto my turmeric eggs, or even into my turmeric latte, and I add some coconut oil. So with the eggs, obviously they've got fats in them, but into my latte I add the coconut oil, and in the coconut milk there's a little bit of fat as well. So that was that. I think I mentioned everything. So that's about it. So thanks for tuning in or watching this later today, if that's what you did. I am open to suggestions of what you would want to talk about, learn about, chat about next week. So Wednesday at 12:30. Just let me know. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Nutrition Mission Mummy, for lots of recipes and nutrition tips and info, and some pretty pictures, and my cute baby that I post a lot. And message me with any questions you might have if you're interested in knowing where I got any of this stuff, or recipes to use any of it, or anything at all. Any more questions you might have had, things I didn't touch on or forgot about. Yeah, just let me know, and I will see you next week. And remember, health is your wealth. Have a great Wednesday. Bye.